Are you ready? Welcome, welcome. This will be our total relaxation practice. It should be the easiest practice you've done all week. It's like a big Valentine, a big I love you to yourself, a place where you can really start to let go of some of the tension and stress and all of those feelings that kind of get stuck throughout the week because we're not breathing or moving as much as our body requires, so that we feel an easy flow, a streaming of energy inside of ourselves. So for sure there's a lot going on. You might notice physically you have different places that need some loving attention, so we want to be really sensitively aware about that. When you notice a little old complaint or some achy or tender spot, we're not trying to push through that forcefully. You want to really be with and breathe into your experience, so that instead of fixing, forcing, changing, you're allowing a space to open up where transformation can occur, so that the process feels sweet and friendly, and it's an experience that is peaceful and leads you to more peace. Of course, right now, you might be feeling really challenged with all of the current events. We're stuck in the middle of a pandemic, and on top of that, we're getting videos every day of more and more police brutality with Black men being killed. So it's really important that you're not using your practice as an escape from all of that. We need to be aware of what's going on, and we need to use our voice to show up and create change where we can. Our practice should strengthen our ability to do that, right? We get stronger and more aligned in our physical experience. We want to be stronger and more aligned in our values, how our thoughts and our actions are moving us and shaping the world around us. So please avoid trying to be a good yogi, trying to stay peaceful and above the fray. I think that is a bit of a popular excuse to just check out and use our privilege to avoid the reality of what's going on in our world. So I invite you into a deeper, truer experience of who you are, in the hopes that that alignment, that deeper, truer experience of your authentic self will give you the courage to be a conduit for change, to support the people that are directly impacted, that have solutions to these problems, and we can show up in solidarity. So having said all of that, we can begin our practice together. I'll invite you to please lay down flat onto your back. Notice if it feels good to stretch your legs out in front of you, or if it's better to have bent knees with feet on the floor, up to you. Some of you like to use props beneath thighs or under your spine. Whatever feels right in this moment, trust that. Wiggle into a shape and scan your body. Is that your starting point? Do you need to make any adjustments? And as you become comfortable, I'd like you to really feel into all of the points of your body that are in contact with the earth right now. Breathing out and in, feel yourself supported. Feel yourself held. Let yourself rest into that easy feeling. You're present in a space, whether you're in your home or in your yard. You can notice the air around You can notice physical sensation. And just as you notice things around you, as you notice things going on physically, notice too your thoughts, your emotions. And it's very likely that all at the same time you have many different feelings swirling together, thoughts coming and going. Notice all of that activity. Let your thoughts keep swirling. Maybe they'll slow down, maybe not, that's okay. And then notice emotion. If you feel grief or anger, if you feel fear or joy, if you feel peaceful or sexual energy, all of these feelings swirling together. And in our homes and in our culture, we've all been conditioned to tamp down certain feelings. They're not good, they're not right, they're not spiritual, they're not whatever your story is. All of those feelings come from the same faucet. So if we're trying to tamp down our anger because good girls don't get angry, or tamp down our joy because we've been told we're too much, then everything is going to get turned down. The volume gets turned down, and our ability to connect with ourselves and others also gets turned down. So it's very important, even in a meditative practice, to allow all of that to move. So we're not moving beyond our authentic experience, we're merging with and discovering the peace that is always there. 3 more easy breaths out and in through your nose. With your next inhale, please reach your arms overhead. Stretch your fingers away from your toes. Reach your right arm and your left arm. Stretch, stretch back. Arms up to the ceiling. Circle your wrists. Wriggle your fingers a little. Go the other way. Shake, shake, shake out your arms. And then take left palm onto your heart, right palm onto your belly. If that doesn't feel easy, if your elbows can't rest on the ground, you can try fingertips toward your hips or palms face up. What matters here is that you're really comfortable. I'm going to have feet on the floor. That feels easier on my back. Easy position for you. Let your eyes close. Now, as you notice the room around you, as you notice your physical experience, as you notice thoughts and emotion, all of that swirling together at the same time. Notice too your ability to focus awareness, your ability to fine-tune your attention, all that activity, and you are the space where it is happening. Your presence is the backdrop for all of that activity. Let your inhale guide you closer to the quiet space at the center of your heart, and with each breath out, feel yourself relax a little more. For your practice, please choose an intention, some energy you'd like to cultivate more of. Maybe you're practicing tonight for courage or peace, justice or love. clarity or joy. Choose one thing. We'll practice a mantra meditation together. The directions are rather simple. When you inhale, silently say your intention, and when you exhale, let go of every other thought. Breathing in to focus and breathing out to relax. My friends, let's work a gentle hip stretch. Please pick up your right leg, interlace hands to your shin, hug your right knee toward you. Now, if you can do that with your left leg stretched out in front of you, do so. If you need to have your left knee bent with foot on the floor, work that way instead. Breathing softly. Relax shoulders and jaw. Holding where you are, 3 easy breaths. And then if your left leg is bent, please bend your left knee, stretch your leg out in front of you. We're going to pull our right leg across our body. Stretch your right arm right with your palm up. Land your right knee toward the ground, and if it doesn't reach, put a block underneath, a blanket or pillow underneath. You can turn your chin left or right if one of those feels better. Next, inhale, gently lift center. Pick up both legs, squeeze your knees close, rock a little side to side. Touch 2 feet to the floor with bent knees, palms face down on your belly. Easy breath out and in through your nose. Notice left to right. You can keep right leg there or stretch it out in front of you. Pick up your left foot, bring your hands onto your shin bones and gently squeeze your left knee toward you. Shoulders relax down toward the ground. If you notice you become distracted, that noticing is a miracle. Breathe out those thoughts and begin again. Another easy breath. And then if your right leg is bent, you're going to stretch your right leg out. Take your left hand to the left and push your knee across toward the right. Take your twist on side 2 and add support beneath left leg if it doesn't easily reach the ground. Breathe out, breathe in. One last breath. When you inhale, lift center, both knees hug close, rock softly. Touch 2 feet onto the floor and pause. Each inhale, return to your focal point. Reach your right leg up toward the ceiling. You can hold hands to the back of your thigh bone or keep your arms relaxed on the ground. We're going to reach toes up and then pull them down, back and forth to point and flex. Holding your legs steady, toes trace a circle. And then circle the other way. Relax your ankle. You'll bend your knee and bounce heel to glute a few times. Then cross right ankle onto left thigh bone, please. You're going to press your right knee away from you. Stay there. Or you can put a block underneath your left foot or lift up your left foot and hold hands to left thigh bone. Breathing out and in through your nose. Make sure that what you're doing feels good. Just a little sensation to stretch your hip. Let's release, left foot on the floor, uncross, bounce your right heel toward your glute a few times, and then right foot on the floor. We're going to widen our feet so they're outside of your natural hips distance. Stretch your arms away from your body a little, and then lower your knees toward the left side of the room. Imagine a long diagonal from your right knee to your right shoulder. Inhale, center, wiggle feet a little closer together, stay there, breathe out and in. Reach your left leg all the way up, a nice straight left leg, hold on to your thigh bone or not. We're going to point toes up and pull toes down, point and flex back and forth. You're going to circle your foot, trace toes around a circle. Circle the other way. Relax your ankle. Bend your knee, heel to glute a few times, and then we'll cross left ankle onto your right thigh bone. Press your left knee away from you. Stay in that position or prop under right foot. Hold hands to right thigh if you like. Customize the perfect sweet spot for you, just the right amount of intensity. Now if you are holding on or using a block, let's release. You're gonna uncross, get 2 feet onto the floor, widen your feet so they're just outside of your natural hips distance, and then we're gonna lower both knees across toward your right. Shoulders relax. You can turn your chin left or right. A slow, easy breath out and in through your nose. time you breathe in, gently lift knees center. Pause there. We're going to reach our arms up to the ceiling, and with bent elbows, catch hold of your wrists. So you're just holding your wrists, and then we're going to move our arms left to right, so your elbows might be able to touch the floor left and right. Good. And then we're going to keep our elbows up and try to push your left elbow forward, and then try to press your right elbow forward. Left elbow, right elbow, left elbow, right elbow. One more time, left and right. We're going to hold on to elbows now if you can, and press left elbow, right elbow, back and forth. Good. Open up your arms, elbows to the floor, fingers point up. We're going to try to push our palms to the ground in front of us, and then push our fingernails to the ground behind us. Just really easy, back and forth, palms touch, fingernails, forward and back. You'll let your palms face up. Now, see if it feels good for you to bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open up out to the sides. If it does not feel good, get pillows or blankets to put underneath your knees so that the shape feels comfortable. We're going to breathe here for 1 minute, slow and smooth breath. Inner focus on that intention you've chosen, and keep exhaling everything else. Last 3 breaths. When you inhale, you'll reach your arms back, stretch right hand, left hand away from hip, and then press your legs out in front of you. Reach fingers from toes, stretch, stretch. We're going to bend knees, feet on the floor. Roll onto your side. You can pause yourself up. So from there, we're going to move into our hands and knees, tabletop position. You'll want to get cushion underneath your knees so that they feel comfortable, and wrists right beneath your shoulders so that they feel pretty easy too. If your hands are too close to your knees, that'll really leave your wrists sore. So press down through fingertips and then an easy cat-cow. We're going to inhale, chin-tail, lift. Exhale, round to your max. Move with your breath back and forth. The next time you breathe out, press your hips back to your heels for child's pose. If your forehead doesn't easily touch the floor, stack your hands or put a pillow underneath. As you breathe here, feel your breath moving into the back of your lungs. Feel your ribs move. Now lift up, please, tabletop position in your hands and knees. We'll keep a nice flat back, and then you're gonna pick up your right leg with a bent knee. Try to get your thigh bone parallel with the floor, so you're really lifting your thigh bone up, and then we're gonna press our heel up, and we'll count to 10. Good. Now bring your knees together, but right knee's not touching the floor. We're going to push right knee up and out 5 times. 1 more. And down. Now circle your hips. Try to draw a circle with your tailbone. Good. From there, switch for side 2. So we'll take our left leg up, trying to keep thigh bone just about parallel with the floor, and then you're going to pulse 10 times. We'll bring our legs together, but left knee doesn't touch, and then take your left leg out to the left, lift for 5. Perfect. Knees together, thigh bones touch. We're going to sway our hips side to side. And then center hips. Curl toes under with fingertips pressing down. Pick up your knees and press your hips back into your downward facing dog. Stretch for 5 breaths, and of course, you could always take child's pose instead. We're going to put 2 knees on the floor, hip to heel for child. Breathe out and in, rest. Palms press down. Lift up hands, knee in your tabletop position. Take your right arm up to the ceiling. Turn your chest toward the right, reach up. And then we're going to take our right arm behind our back. Try to Push your elbow and your shoulder behind you. Lift your chin up. Keep your right shoulder up. Turn your chin all the way down. And then lean left a little. Lean left and see if you can pick up your right leg, that mini half moon. So your right hip, knee and toe point to the right. Stay or bend your knee. Reach your hand back to catch hold of foot or ankle. Curve your back. Release, hand down, knee down. Round your back as much as you can, chin to chest. Scrunch your right hip, right shoulder. Scrunch left hip, left shoulder. A nice flat back, breathing easily. We're going to take our left arm all the way up. Turn to your left, breathe in, reach. Bend your elbow, take your arm behind your back. Turn your palm to face out. You're trying to lift your shoulder, elbow up, chin up, breathe. Keep your arm there. Turn your chin down. Lean right a little and see if you can pick up your left leg. Point hip, knee, and toe to the left. Hold or bend and catch. Curve your back. We're going to exhale and release, hand down, knee down, hips will sway. And then with your knees together, curl your toes under, push your hips back toward your heels, and then stay there. If that feels too intense on your toes or knees, come forward onto your elbows, and you can always point toes if necessary. If you can keep your toes curled under and tolerate a little more, lean your weight back, and then pull your shoulders back as well. So we're sitting right on top of toes. A smooth breath. Inhaling toward heart space, toward your intention. So noticing sensation, noticing toes. Wow, noticing knees. Oh my gosh. Noticing everything that's happening for you, and then diving beyond that, noticing the space where all of that is happening. Now we're gonna get our toes out of there by leaning to the side and sitting with feet together and knees apart. Feet together, knees apart. We're gonna try to lean forward at our waist and reach our fingers well beyond our toes for a seated Baddha Konasana. You can stay more upright, or you can round into your upper back if that feels good. Last 3 breaths. As you complete, you'll use your inhale, sit up nice and tall, reach your hands high, lift up, and then exhale, arms down. We're gonna straighten left leg, sole of right foot to the floor. Hold on to your right leg and turn, turn, turn. gonna switch. Right leg nice and straight, left foot on the floor. Right hand to left leg, lift up really tall and turn to your left. So we avoid leaning into our left hand and twisting. We want to be grounded through sitting bones, long line through your back. Relax shoulders. Breathe out and in. Well done. Exhale, release. 2 straight legs, palms face up in your lap. Get your spine as long as you can, eyes closed. Notice your experience. How are you in this moment? If you're a little tired, be willing to give yourself extra rest. If you're feeling great, then you can stay seated for our mantra practice. Time to gather your props so you can be really comfortable. Whether you want to lay down now on your back, or if you prefer to sit, just gather whatever you need. Establish yourself in an easy shape. Sitting bones ground down, and your rib cage, breastplate, top of head lift up. So we're not holding our shoulders up and back. We let our shoulders soften and they lift because our whole rib cage does. So nice and easy here. Palms can face up or down in your lap. Let your eyelids close. Directions haven't changed for thousands of years. When you inhale, silently say your intention. When you exhale, let go of everything else. you are still seated, please uncross legs and roll onto your back now. Pick up knees and hug your legs close. Rock a little left to right. Stretch your arms out with palms face up. Roll knees all the way across toward your left. Add support if necessary. Relax. Notice sensation within your body. Thoughts swirling through your mind. Any emotion that comes up, notice. The next time you breathe in, lift legs center, and then take it all the way across. Gently twist side two. Inhale, legs center. Now you can stretch your legs out in front of you. Put a rolled up blanket or bolster underneath your thigh bones. That's a really nice way to support your hips and relax. If you're close to the sofa, you can go scooch up with your hips nice and close to the edge, and then take your calves onto the seat of the sofa so that you get almost a right angle at your knee and your hip. And that's another really lovely way to take pressure off of your back, to invite all the strong muscles through inner thigh and hip to relax. If you have something to cover your eyes, I recommend you use that. And then you can pause in that easy shape. If your mind is quiet, then allow yourself to be there. Sensation will rise and fall. If your thoughts are swirling, that's okay. You'll want to continue that meditative practice. Every inhale, silently say your intention. Every exhale, relax again. Give yourself at least 5 minutes here to steep yourself in that energy you've aligned with, in your knowing, in your wisdom, in your power, that place of mighty love. Take this time to rest, and let that energy carry you into everything that you do. With great gratitude and love, I thank you for practicing, and we'll see you next time.